Alright, yo, what's going on, all you Sexi Messi Flexi Pexi motherfuckers? It's your boy T-Dub, and today I'm coming at you with another ramble video. Jesus, I only do one takes when I do these things, so whatever I mess up, I mess up. But anyways, today, people, we're gonna be talking about the importance of putting yourself out there, and how putting yourself out there has pretty much helped me to become a better person than I ever thought I really could become. Like, I've done, not really a better person, but I've done more things than I ever really thought, you know, based on like the way I act, my personality type, than I really thought I'd be able to do. And I've really been able to like change myself in a few ways, and I want to just talk about the importance of that. You know, because somebody was talking about, they brought up the idea of moving to another state, you know, like outside, or another city even, like outside of where your family is, outside of where your friends are, and just getting out of your comfort zone. And whether it was a good decision, whether the people that had done so made a good decision or not. And that's a decision that I'm about to have to face in about a year's time. This is my senior year of high school that I'm going into, and I'll be going off to college, and I'm applying to a few different colleges, but to be honest, if everything goes right and I get to go to my number one destination, then I plan to go a state over. I currently live in South Carolina, and I plan to go to Tennessee for school. And I just think that's important for me, because I feel like I could go to school in state, but I feel like that's just a little too close to home. Like, it's a little too close. Like, I can get back here anytime. You know, going out to Tennessee, it'll be about, 5 hours away from where I'm at. I'm not gonna be driving home every weekend, or nobody can really just drive out to me every weekend or something like that. Not saying that would happen, but it's just, that comfortability factor of, if you go to school here, if need be, I could just pop up on you, or if need be, I could just go home. That's not really the case if you go even a state over. It's not really the case. And I feel like I need that, because I perform best when I throw myself into situations that I'm not comfortable in. When I just put myself out there, I figured that I produce results. And that's just how it is. It's like when I don't feel like editing, which was a struggle for me, the second half of last year and really the beginning of this year. But as the summer has gone on, I've really been feeling myself like, okay, I don't really want to do this, but I'll get up and I'll go do it anyways. Or another example, like if I want to talk to somebody that, I'm not necessarily comfortable with, sometimes I'll just throw myself out there and just force myself to talk to them, and whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. And I'm usually pretty good with playing it up. And I know a lot of people aren't good with that, which is why I don't think, going into a situation without preparation is a good idea for a lot of people. I think you should honestly always throw yourself out there and just see what sticks to the wall, but with proper preparation. I think that's very important for some people, and that's what a lot of people mess up on. They throw themselves out in situations not really prepared on, not necessarily exactly what they're gonna say, but they don't even have a general idea of what they want to get to and how they're gonna get there. I feel like if you're gonna put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, you have to have an outline, a kind of plan on how you're gonna tackle the situation. Because I can pretty much improvise, but that just comes from I've done like improv type acting before. And I'm not necessarily a great actor, but I guess like I can decently act, and that's just where it comes from. Because like whenever I throw myself out there and I don't have a plan, I basically go into actor mode, like I basically just come up with something on the spot, and not a lot of people can do that. So I don't think there's anything wrong with having a plan, but it needs to be a vague plan. It just needs to be somewhere where you can hit necessary points to guide you along to your path, and you fill in the blanks along the way. I think that's the only way that anybody in this world is ever going to be successful, because a shot not taken neither helps nor hurts the score. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't push yourself to go do something that you honestly in your mind do not want to do, it's never gonna get done, and results are never gonna get produced. Whether they help or hurt you, they're never gonna be out there. You know, like some things may hurt you in the short term, but honestly may be a lesson that is necessary for you to learn to help you in the long run. I don't think anything ever permanently hurts you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anything ever, like, puts a stamp that is like, it scars you and it prevents you from moving forward, or prevents other people that may be connected to your life in some kind of way. You know, you might not even know them personally, but they may know of you. You may be famous or something. And, you know, like, them being connected to your life, something like, let's say, and I hate to bring this up, but let's say that you're a celebrity, right? Let's say you're like a musician and people are connected to you through your music. Now let's say you have like a tragic passing or something like that. You know, people may say, oh well, you know, let's say some of your actions in the past are actually what got you to that tragic fate. Some people may say, oh, well, isn't that a stop to your progression right there? It may be a stop to your progression, but that doesn't mean it's a stop to other people's progression that are connected to your life. So even if something were to stop you completely, like, and the only way to stop you completely is through death, that does not mean that the momentum that you had, that you were carrying from that decision, is not going to pass on to somebody else. Like, that's the importance of putting yourself out there, because if you put yourself out there, even if it doesn't help you, it may help someone else, which is in turn helping your reputation, because they're always going to reflect back to you when they think about how they got there. And that's just all it's about. It's just about getting there. And in order to get there, you have to do something to get there. You can't just sit around all day and think that things are going to happen. You have to do it. You have to put yourself out there, because at the end of the day, a lot of people have told me this, but it stuck with me when Roberto Blake said this on one of his videos. He said, you may not be the most talented, you may not even be the right one for the job, but if you're the only one to show up, how are they gonna say no? That's what you gotta think about every day, because listen, even if you're not the best at something, even if you're not the greatest at something, the most talented at something, even if you don't have the most potential to grow at something, if you're there every single day putting in the work, you will get better. And even if your ceiling is not as high as somebody else's, that does not mean that they're putting in the work that you're putting in. By putting yourself out there, you're actively putting in work at that very moment. The moment you decide to just go out there and do something, you're putting in the work right there. And there are so many other people that do not put in the work. But the thing about it is, none of us know our potential. None of us know what our ceiling is. Like, none of us know that. So how are you gonna sit up here and say you're not as talented as somebody else just because at the particular level that you're at, they just so happen to be better than you? How do you know that's not their ceiling? You know, and your ceiling is much higher. You never know. That's why you can't be intimidated by other people. You can't let outside factors or even internal factors, you know, like your fears and stuff like that. And I know that's easier said than done. It's easier to say that you need to get over this than to actually do it. Believe me, I've been there. But once you actually put the effort forth to get help for other people, and there's nothing wrong with asking for help with other people, from other people, to help you get started, to help you hold yourself accountable, you know, because there are people out there that if you ask them, they will hold you accountable. They will hound you. Like, they'll be like, hey bruh, did you go work out today? No, I didn't go work out today. Well bruh, get up, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are people that will do that. There are people that care about you. Not everybody is against you. There are people that care about you enough to help you take that first step because they also want to see you succeed. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all it's about. It's just about getting out there, taking that first step. But you have to do it. People can hold you accountable. People can try to help you all that they want. But at the end of the day, it's only a mental block. You know, the only thing separating you and anybody else from success is effort. I got that from Roberto Blake again. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing determining how much success you're going to have at anything in life is your own effort. That's all it comes down to. You got to put yourself out there. You got to go do it. You have to go do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just has to be done. Just think of it. Don't think of it. Think of it as it has to be done. Even when you don't want to do it, it has to be done. So go do it. And I promise you, you'll feel so much better once you do it. You'll be asking yourself, why didn't I want to do this? It happens every time. It happens every single time. But anyways, that's all I had to say for this little ramble. Thank you guys for watching. This has been your boy T-Dub. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Like to send a shout to the fathers that didn't raise us, to every old hated now unable to say much, to critics doing dirty with comments a nigga paid for an apartment yesterday off some songs I haven't yet made up. Black crested a pay up, bars going hard as the ashtray where I place guts. Shouts to the essays who paid pesos to play us, riding in the barrio, huff and puff blowing cushion, huff clothing articles.